I'm on a date tonight, so I'll have to just look good. No, I'll just do it in front of her. Shouldn't
Going! He's kept going! He scored! Oh, Stockport pressure.
It's a five-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
It's August! Hello and welcome back to SKP TV, episode 108 of the show for the thinking county fan. As long as what a county fan's thinking is, oh, actually, Ollie Norwood wearing number 10 might actually be acceptable. More on that later. Yes, every Sunday we are here between the hours of 8 and 9ish, covering all things what are to do with county and accidentally some stuff what isn't. With me, Nick, it's Dave. Hello, mate.
Good evening. What a
How are
lovely,
we?
emotional day yesterday was.
It was nice, wasn't it?
We'll come on to it, but at the end, when he was taking in his applause, he turned around, looked at the Cheadland and waved, and then turned around. I was like, oh my God, it's real. He's gone.
Yeah, very... almost fitting that it's come. As much as I will bang the drum that we could have kept him on as number 2 and cup goalkeeper, I'll never stop banging that drum.
Definitely.
But it does feel that if he's going to have to retire, then this is the right time. With it being very much a changing of the guard in all respects, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well. There's a lot of change, and maybe it is a nice way to have a clean break. Almost, it's very exciting in a weird way.
Definitely. But
Yeah, I've still got my Hinchliffe gin as well, so he's not truly gone yet. In about an hour and a half, he'll be gone.
My Hinchliffe apple juice burst, as I do.
Oh,
every week.
that'd go well with the Hinchliffe gin. That would.
Oh yeah, gin and juice, Hinchliffe and
Yeah.
juice.
Just call me Snoop Dogg. Yeah. Talking of Snoop Dogg, don't work. We are, of course, brought to you in association with Blackbird Kitchen. Get on their links in the episode description. The website is there and everything else. Dave, if people are watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or listening however you want, what should they do?
I forgot this was my job now. They should like, share, and subscribe, Nick.
Yeah, they all are. Yeah, out of the way. Really, I should pre-record that and just drop it in. But
Yeah.
I like the jeopardy of either making myself squirm or making my co-host squirm with it. Wait till you're on your holiday. I'm gonna make Ben Walker say it. He's gonna be fucking livid. He's gonna absolutely hate that.
Just before we get into it, the elephant in the room here, there's a new background. It's a lovely
New season, new background. I took that on my. I just bumped into friend of the show Dan Molt outside the ground after the game. I was like, oh, it's very bright. I'll get a nice little picture. All my own picture, that.
No copyright here.
So I'd like to see Facebook try and accuse us of impersonating someone else when I took that bloody picture. There's probably CCTV outside the ground of me taking the picture. So Come at me, Zuckerberg, you gimp. Ugh. Right, first things first then, we'll be bringing back, by overwhelming public demand, we'll be bringing back the Wheel of News, as it's tentatively titled at the moment. We'll be bringing that back, but first and foremost, there's actual football to talk about that we were both present at. We'll get onto the footballing side of yesterday, second, I think. The human side, Dave, the emotional side, talk to me.
It was moving, to say the least. I think when he came out, he got a guard of honour, which was great. I think it was his daughters that was with him as well. Yeah. As he came out, he took in all the applause, and everybody in the, I may say, packed out Cheadland main stand.
Very good turnout. Given that the talk during the week was of 3,000 tickets,
Yeah.
I would. Well, when I heard that it was like 3,000 been sold and people were expecting it to be maybe 3,500, 4,000, I thought, well, what a fitting tribute. It'll be like the early days of the National League North when he came back. It'll be just like that. I can just rock up and go in. I can sit with 17 different people throughout the course of the game and catch up with everyone. It'll be fine. But very pleasantly surprised because I'd not really. I knew there'd been a bit of an increase in tickets on Friday and Saturday, but I was not expecting it to be as busy as it was. Very pleased with that.
I think we can put that down to people were catching up on SK3 TV from last week, saw my call to arms, and bought tickets. But yeah, everyone was singing in the middle of our goal, Hinchliffe, and he looked.
Well, they weren't, Dave. They were singing Hinchcliffe in the middle of our goal.
They were. And then also, by the way, here's to you, Benny Hinchliffe.
Vile. Now, you texted me. Yeah. I nearly didn't see the text because I was in the process of ripping my eyelids out to stuff in my ears, so I didn't have to hear it. Genuinely one of the most terrible things I've ever seen.
It was.
This is on a day when a defensive midfielder was wearing number 10 as well.
But also, one slight annoyance of the day, I got to my seats, people were sat in them, but it was a pre-season friendly, and there were spare seats next to them, so I just gritted my teeth and said, "Excuse me, please," and sat in the seats that weren't mine. But
it's good to see you practicing what you preach, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Even because it was a special occasion. I saw someone refer to it as one of the all-time great days of Edgeley Park. I don't know. I don't know if a friendly can possibly fit into that, regardless of the circumstances of the friendly. I don't know. It's a weird one.
It was a really one of the most special days. I don't think it was.
Yes.
In the same way that Ben's not probably our best player, but is the greatest. Maybe it wasn't the best game, but it was really special. That's or the best event. It was really special. And then at the end of the game, he got his an even bigger reception. You could see how much all the players loved him as well. Players that have played with him for a few years and players that have played with him for a few weeks. Well, for the first time and last time, you can see the impact that he's had on everybody at the club. So it's really, really, I feel important that he's staying on at this time to be like you said before, changing the guard. Dave Conlon was that man. When we changed managers, he was the constant, and now it looks like it's going to be Ben, and no better person to be that at the moment.
It was quite clear, even seeing from his interview after the game yesterday, it's quite clear that he doesn't really want to be retiring. But I think reading between the lines, I think it was a case of balancing his desire to keep playing to the desire for the role he's now got at County. And if he was to play on for another 2, 3, well, even 4 or 5 years, the way he was talking, if he was to play on for that long, who's to say how long he'd have to wait for that? Because say one thing about the upheaval we've had at the club over the last 2, 3 decades, but goalkeeper coaches have usually stayed on for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's usually been a role that's been settled, for better or worse. So who knows when that opportunity had come up again. So it must have been a really tough decision for him to make. But I think the fact he's getting to stay around the club, I think that's what's done it for him.
Yeah, definitely. Only yesterday as well was probably one of the first games ever at Edgeley Park where he didn't kick a single kick out for a throw.
I know. I was booing every time he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, come on, just one. just one for old time's sake. That's all we asked for.
Yeah.
It's not too much to ask for, is it?
But his distribution was absolutely fantastic.
For
a man who can't kick it.
Sign him up, I say.
Yeah.
Perfect as a number 2 or number 3. Jobs are good, and get him coming in for the odd game. I noticed a lot of people yesterday wearing the Ben Hinchliffe shirt, the special edition one. Obviously with his achievements on the back and his name and number and the special lettering. Right. It's calling it. I've identified some potential future nonsense here. There will be when it comes to April, May, and we're in the shake-up for. Yeah, I said when. I said when we're in the shake-up for promotion. We've had discussions about the validity of a pitch invasion for sealing a title when you're already promoted. That sort of thing. That was a whole big thing that made me want to kill myself. So, April or May, we will have people debating the validity of wearing that particular shirt. on like a big occasion at the end of the. Well, it's a player shirt as opposed to a, you know what I mean? It's gonna be it's gonna be the thing, and I'm just gonna be like, well, I don't care either way, but it won't stop me getting annoyed at the people on both sides. So that's some potential future nonsense I've identified.
We'll note that one down.
Yeah, which is good. I was in lower tier 6 yesterday. Noticed a few pop-side yellow blockers in front of me. Well, pretty much all the pop-side yellow blockers, apart from our very own Will, who decided to sit in the main stand. Despite clearly something's gone on in a WhatsApp group there, and he's not been informed because pretty much everyone else was sat right in front of me. So very as you expect from Yellow Block, very vocal, especially when they've been.
You could hear them. They were loud and proud and singing at the right tempo, even when they were trying to sing faster.
Thank you. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Added to that, courtesy of them, I heard verses in United Shit City's Worse that I did not know existed.
I did as well.
Brand new verses. So for all the talk we've had of like new fans coming on board when we're doing well, but maybe not getting the club culture and, you know, not getting, it's just surface level rather than getting properly invested and knowing the songs and that sort of thing. We should do a Yellow Block cultural enrichment exchange program, and just people like us. You know that number you can text when there's bother in the ground.
Yeah.
You should be able to text that and give the seat number of someone you've seen who you can see isn't fully on board yet. Someone who's shown up in a City shirt, for example, that sort of thing. More on that in a minute. But yeah, if we just had a couple of yellow blockers, just go and sit with them for the day, and either they'll leave that day fully embracing what it is to be a county fan, or they'll never come back again. Win-win.
Win-win. Definitely win-win.
Yeah. On the shirts, saw both United and City ones yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it counted on Facebook, which spoiler alert, I'm not having it. It was basically, well, what if they're just Northwest football fans wanting to pay their respects to a legend of another club? Stop it!
Yeah,
it's still weird in pre-season.
Yeah, do it. Just don't wear a United or City shirt. That's it.
Yeah. But pre-season is for getting ready for the actual season, not just for players, but for fans as well. Practiced my drinking yesterday, got the old drinking arm warmed up again. But it should be the same. If you go to pre-season friendly in the shirt of another club and get knocked out, then it's good practice for the season. That's what pre-season should be for. So I mean, I'm part of the problem. We're part of the problem because we whinge on here. We'll whinge in group chats about people wearing United and City shirts, but we don't ever say anything.
No, we don't.
Don't say anything to the people. They're always bigger than me.
Shirt sat in front of me, maybe last year or the year before, but I enjoyed the fact that would have annoyed so many people irrationally.
It's the disparity, and it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I nearly bought a Celtic shirt this morning. Actually, I'm on. My new thing is going on Vinted and buying like retro shirts.
I see.
So I've got a yellow 90s Parma one on the way. I've got the 1988 Dutch away on the way. Very exciting day today. Can't even remember where I was going with it. There was a point to that.
I've got some county shirts, county shirts on Vinted. If you want to have a look at those, or anybody wants to have a look at those.
Are they?
You wouldn't say.
Are they yours?
Yeah.
I saw them.
Oh, did you?
Good pictures.
Yeah. Clearly not good enough because I didn't get any orders.
Nobody made of money. You've seen the price of a county shirt now. I told my other half the other day, like, what? Yeah.
Also,
however,
Ian Dowden's just commented saying the stream's gone. And I've gone on YouTube and it appears that it is gone.
Oh, don't know. It must be a StreamYard issue because we're still going. I'm sure it'll catch up.
We look live now. Yeah, good.
Good, very sure. Yeah, that must be either a YouTube or a StreamYard issue, I think. Yeah, look. So I looked back when I got home last night at a picture that I took of the game ongoing from my seat in lower tier 6 yesterday. and the same from the Bolton game last season. Now, it does. I will give them their dues because it is much closer to the shade of County Blue. It's been creeping slowly, even prior to this ownership. It's been slowly getting like lighter and lighter every year. Yeah. But it's I mean, a proper County Blue to me should be anything from like 96 to 2002. That shade of blue is the one. I mean, probably the peak is the blue and white striped Adidas shirt from like 90. That one. That's probably the peak shade of blue, and this is very close to it. So looking from in the stands, it did look closer to a proper County Blue. So all for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I was in the opinion before I saw it in the flesh that I thought it was my favourite one of the ones that I've seen, or the ones that have been released so far. And then when I saw it, it just looks like a training top to me. I think it's the whites under here that just doesn't need to be there.
That's what puts me off. Yeah. If they didn't have the white bits and if the pattern covered the whole of the back, I think it'd be close to perfect.
Yeah.
Which has been symptomatic of our last few shirts, I think, really. Has been like a couple of changes and it'd probably be close to one of our best. I think we've had a lot of that over the last few years.
I'm convinced you're not allowed to have the pattern carry out in the back. I'm sure it's been covered before. I think I said it last week, but I'm just sure that that's the reason why. Because it's not just us, and it just wouldn't make sense from a design point of view to stop it.
Do you remember when must have been mid-90s where Newcastle had their pattern on the back and they had the name and number was in like a black shield on the back of the kit? That was cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Something like that would be cool. Yeah, it'd be very good. Are we going to talk about the third shirt that a picture was flying around of yesterday? I think if a picture comes into a WhatsApp group chat and it's not on view only, I think it's fair game. I think if it's just been forwarded, I think it's fair to say, right, it's out there then. Because I do not
share the image.
bloody
We can
like
talk about
it.
what we've seen, can't we?
Yeah, did enjoy certain Twitter accounts yesterday going, I saw this at the ground today. Is this confirmation that the third shirt's going to be orange? It's like, yes, it's been on the window of the club shop for about 6 weeks. God, where have you been?
Yeah, from what I've seen, it does. I think it's just this part of the shirt that we've seen does look a bit goalkeeper-y. But if a goalkeeper was wearing it, I would like it. And I think I said to somebody in the WhatsApp group today. Someone said, I would like it if it was a goalkeeper shirt, not so much if it is not. And in my mind, you either like a shirt or you don't. It shouldn't matter who's wearing it. But I'd like to see how it's going to look. Is it because if we have, I don't know, black shorts and orange socks, for example, it would be amazing. So we'll just have to see what it comes with. That should be out soon, shouldn't it? With the season starting next week.
Yeah. I do wish the home one, if they paired it with shorts that were slightly darker. Oh, that'd be gorgeous. Or if they're going to go white shorts, then amber socks. I will carry on banging the amber socks drum until I die. Yeah. And then when I die, I will make everyone wear a county kit with white shorts and amber socks to the funeral.
Sounds like you want county shirts with like a pack of Skittles or something.
I wouldn't say no. Found out yesterday they sell drumstick squashes on the Cheadle Concourse.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to the.
Why was that, Dave?
Kiosk. Is this on the wheel or not?
No, it's not on the wheel. This is a separate. Okay. This is big news. This is like headline stuff.
We will talk about the game yesterday after this. We promise. Thursday,
we're doing off the pitch stuff first before we get onto the game. Yeah.
Thursday, I woke up from my slumber to a notification from Barclays. Other banks are available, saying that Stockport County Football Club are taking £7.92 out of my bank.
Now, is that Stockport County Football Club, Dave, or was it Stockport Council?
Stockport County Football Club.
Right,
You'll
just checking.
Why Nick asked that question in a minute. So I emailed the club, and I'm just going to preface this by saying this isn't about £7.92. It's £7.92, right? So I'm not bothered about the money. Not that I'm Billy Big Balls. I'm not bothered about that much. Anyway.
Oh, Dave's not bothered about the money.
So I'm more bothered about the fact that Stockport County Football Club think they can take money off me willy-nilly. So I emailed them And they first of all said, no, we've not done a transaction for that. Can you check your bank? Check with your bank. I said, yeah, no problem. But I already knew that Sam Jonas, another Stockport County fan, friend of the show, had some money taken out of his bank also. And it transpired that lots of people have done. Anyway, I said, nothing to do with my bank. This person with a different bank, it's happened to him. Oh, sometimes Stockport Council transactions come up as Stockport County transactions. No, they don't. Right, I'm all for, a bit of lip service, but don't lie to me. So that was that part. Anyway, got an email in the afternoon to say, we've worked out what it was for. Stevenage versus County at Edgeley Park, so County versus Stevenage in April in the playoffs. That was a transaction from them, might have been May, regardless. That was a transaction from then because they turned the tills off and then they switched them back on Thursday at midnight, and it made some transactions go through. So I checked for that date. This transaction supposedly hadn't gone through, but 4 or 5 other transactions had gone through from that night. So yeah, I was complaining to County about. I went all Karen. I'll be honest with you. This money's the money. I understand what's gone on, but you can't go in. If I went to the kiosk yesterday, I said, "Oh, hiya, can I have a pint, please? But I'm going to pay you in 3 months." They'd go, "Oh no, sorry, we don't do that here." Well, yes, you do actually, because that's what you've done to me. And many
apparently, that's the case now. Yeah.
And the other question is, surely the club must have realised that they were many hundreds of pounds down on the evening.
Yeah.
The day after the Stevenage game.
How many people have been sacked? How many people have been sacked and said, "Well,
you're
you're till..."
The bloody should be based on the. Yeah, I won't name any names, but not one apology. That's what I was most annoyed at. So now, I'm not using my card at Edgeley Park, and yes, it is a cashless venue. So home bargains are going to make a lot of money this year before the game.
Going to do well for themselves, aren't they? Them and Heron Foods.
It'll get to November time. It'll start getting cold. Lily lasts for a hot chocolate, and I'll want one too. So
it does seem as though I get the feeling you fired off the email before everyone was in, or everyone was in a meeting, and the one person who received the email, instead of waiting, was just like, there's several people. There's one person's emailed about this. It must be an isolated thing. It must be a them problem. I'll just chuck some advice their way, and then it suddenly became apparent that it had happened to other people.
Yeah.
And they were getting chucked different advice. But it's as soon as you're getting advice to talk to your bank immediately, that sets triggers off at banks and stuff like that, and can make things difficult in the future, which is the most annoying part.
And it should be said, my £7 was my £7. I know someone who had £25, someone who had £20. That could have been these people's last £20 until their payday. So. And I know Sam actually ordered a new card on advice that they should report fraud to the bank, so now he can't have a bank card for the next few days. It's just they need to apologise to people, I think, and just hold hands up and say, "Yeah, our cock up, it won't happen again." But also, the till's not being turned on since then. They've had events go on all summer at Edgeley Park, and if they are separate till systems, then fine. But I seem to remember one time the tills went down, and they went down everywhere. And not just on one kiosk. Kiosk 9 in the Cheadle end in the concourse. Don't use kiosk 9. That's the first one as you're walking on the right hand side. Don't use that one. Boycott kiosk 9.
I'm just gonna make a note of that now. Actually,
I will say the first email that came back was from Kim Hume, and she's always one of the most helpful people at County. She sent me in the right direction. She did her thing. So, because people might think that Kim emailed me. She did first, a very helpful email. Then after that, it wasn't her dealing with the issue. Because she's very good to everybody.
It all just seems like a lot of on off the pitch stuff. It seems to just be needless faffing.
Yeah.
Just people creating problems for themselves, like turning things going from a molehill to a mountain. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's it. It just seems there's a lot of that when you do hear about people's complaints. It does seem like in the first point of contact, it's been handled in a way that probably in hindsight people wouldn't have handled. It's certainly not a new thing, which is probably the most annoying part of it. Really, is that it's not a new thing.
And also the final reply that I got had double spaces between paragraphs, which tells me ChatGPT wrote the email.
Oh, very good. Did you check for M dashes?
No, I didn't actually.
No, I'm getting proper wound up with it now. People have started. There's been a bit of a movement on Yellowboard started recently. People are weighing in. If it's like a player we've been linked with, people are weighing in with like a Chat GPT summary of him, and we're having to say like, stop it, just stop it now. Like there's message boards for other clubs out there. If you want to go and find out what a player's like, go on there, but don't be going on. Now stop something. It's so obvious as well.
Correct. Acknowledge, apologise. Don't repeat the mistake. Not hard, is it? No, absolutely. And if I got my apology, I would have bought some stuff yesterday. And I will. I'm not going to go on a lifetime boycott, obviously, but I'll leave it a few.
It's impossible, isn't it? It's impossible. Wait until we're 3-0 down to Mansfield. You're going to need a drink, Dave.
Yeah, Dad, can we have new counter shirts now? It's March. No.
Yeah. Wait till they're unvinted.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to start selling all of their stuff as well, with having no money left.
Oh God, that's the way. On to the footballing side of things then. Positives first of all, Dave. What jumped out at you? Inchliff had nothing to do.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that, I believe. Based on the solidity of our defence, I thought Pye was great, obviously. Gordon slotted in really well, deserved man of the match, although you give it to Bender yesterday. And then I really liked O'Connell. You can tell he's lost a yard of pace. I don't know if he had a yard to lose, but he's not the quickest. But what you do realise is he's reading the game all the time, and because of him, he might not have the pace. He drops when he needs to. He's talking all the time to his defenders, and I really enjoyed that. One of my favourite things about when we were in possession, the wing-backs were wingers. So they weren't coming back just to try and get, passes for the sake of it. They stayed up there. You can tell that's a clear instruction from McNulty, which I'm really, really happy with. And on McNulty, he was standing up throughout the whole game, encouraging players. You could see when Moxon skied it, for example, he might have got a telling off last year. But McNulty stood there clapping, and I'm told by Paul Wyke, who sits in the main stand, that he just shouted, "Well done, Mox." And maybe it's just little things like that arm around you that's gonna do us in good stead.
That fits with what we were seeing over the last year to 18 months of players. I mean, Dave Challoner mentioned it in interviews that players didn't seem willing to try anything, and a large part of that is because of what you've just alluded to there. It did not come across as performative from McNulty either. Often a manager will come into a club and one of their main early targets will be to generate this air of positivity and make it clear, and it comes across as performative. Not at all with him. It seemed completely everything. I saw him like chatting to people before the game and everything, and taking pictures with families and kids and everything seemed so natural. It's a really, I know people were worried it was a big jump up for him, but everything we've seen so far, what I've seen from, I try not to pay too much attention to manager interviews really, because it's one of those things where if you watch them enough, you can always read something into something, and it just gets very frustrating. Really impressed with how he's conducted himself. Like, really liking what I'm seeing so far for the most part. But if I can counter your positive with a negative,
let me just finish. I've got one more positive.
Oh, sorry, continue. Oh yeah.
Jack Diamond, whilst some of his passes or shots yesterday may not have come across, he was having them. He was decisive. Yeah. He knew what he was going to do, and he did it, which was a big criticism of people last year. He didn't make decisions. And if you have enough shots or try enough things, one's going to come off. And I thought the finish for his goal was, friendly or not, a great finish.
Yeah. I think he's always going to be a frustrating player, just purely by the nature of that. I mean, it's rose-tinted glasses if you're saying that Louis Barry wasn't very frustrating at times.
Yeah.
If that's who we're holding up as the standard for that position, he was incredibly frustrating a lot of the time, despite what he did for us. Yeah. So Jack Diamond's going to have to deal with that. I did notice, given a lot of the criticism, even prior to his move breaking down in January, I don't even think it was the loss of form was down to him, because by the sound of it, he didn't want to move. He wasn't interested in leaving in January anyway. So I don't think it's even that's. You could say it's a managerial issue, maybe. But I did notice, as much as you're not going to get a load of 50-50 challenges in a friendly, I did notice that he wasn't bottling things to the extent he normally does.
Yeah.
Which, considering that's noticeable in a friendly, that bodes well for the season. Because he's one of the players I'd have at the end of the season. From January onwards, I'd have quite happily seen us. I think if we got that offer in on deadline day early enough to replace him, quite happily would have done. But now, as with several other players, I'm sort of intrigued to see where he's going to fit. It seems as though McNulty's going for the two mobile number 10s,
which I love. And that's what Diamond is.
Big fan. Yeah, there's a tendency with, because what we will be seeing for the most part is that's what the wide attacking players will be kind of rebranded as, really. It's going to be more central. Little problem for me that sticks out, though, as a negative, I am not having the inverted wing backs at all, particularly if what would normally be our wide attackers are more central. We will be very easy to defend against. It'll be just go narrow, like pat the box out, and that all teams will all suss us out that way. I didn't like it at all. There's been times where Teo Idun has looked like a fish out of water at left wing back when he's left footed. So for him to be, but at the same time, there were times, like you said, with him being that high up, there were times where he was almost playing like how we expected Jaden Fevrier to be when we signed him, like cutting in off the right hand side. So there's obviously scope. I noticed Ben Osborne saying in his interview that McNulty has ways of playing that he's never even seen before.
But then he said, it's how I like to play football. I'm thinking, come on, Ben, it's either one or the other.
Yeah, make your mind up, mate.
Yeah, you get the sense of that from loads of players, don't you? I also loved Glover when he came off down the bottom of the Cheadle end. Gave it one of them as he walked past, tapping the badge on his first friendly at Edgeley Park. He's going to be great.
Early doors.
Yeah.
And it looks as though, as much as he seems to be a wide attacking player again, I think he'll be a lot more suited to playing on his opposite side at wing back than Teo Idun is, because Glover is pretty much equal on both feet. I think he's not far off being able to use both feet. Whereas Idun, you're gonna see him switching onto his left a lot, and he'll sort of get found out that way. But there's a lot to Kieran Gordon, of course, man of the match, which I think complete fair. Considering he's jumped 2 divisions, and our friendlies have been against championship sides. Obviously, still only friendlies, but very encouraging, is it not?
Yeah, not conceded a goal. Won every game. Roll on 6-0 Doncaster on Saturday.
Yeah, easy.
I really like the look at Gordon. One thing I noticed as well, the wide centre backs take the throw-ins on their side.
Yes.
Just a small thing to notice there. And also they've got license to go forward. Ethan Pye put a terrible crossing in the second half, but he was there to do it after a marauding run.
He was rampaging forward on occasion. I mean, you're always going to get license to go forward in that position. But he was, on several occasions, he was getting to the byline and looking to be the one putting a cross in. Yeah. So if he can just learn how to cross, then how aesthetically pleasing was it to see Ethan Pye wearing the number 5 shirt, Dave? We're gonna get onto it.
It was perfect, wasn't it? It was just what he should be. And also, Rydell's got his old squad number back, number 17.
Rydell back on 17, which
Rydell comes back and starts playing. Speaking of great crosses of the ball, I'll be absolutely over the moon.
Oh yeah. And it's, I'd still expect him to move on. I think it's just at the back of my head that he probably will. But is the amount of game time he's got in pre-season down to him being in serious contention to be in the first team? Or is it down to just keeping him ticking over while we Well, he looks for a move. I don't know. It feels like there's going to be a lot to come before the window shuts. We've got a month, but we'll get onto that later on when we spin the wheel, because it's one of the topics that will be coming up. Is there anything else you want to pick up on from yesterday before we look at Chris Eaton's clip for the day?
Great to see Paddy Madden at Edgeley Park again. I didn't see him, sadly, this time, for him to say hi, Dave, again.
He probably came in through a back exit for that exact reason.
Yeah. But it's nice. It was a shame that there wasn't, and it's obviously easily explainable because it's everybody's pre-season. Everybody's season starts next week. They were with the clubs. But it was just a shame that more of his former teammates weren't there to celebrate. But there's no conspiracy that I've seen. They were all playing in their own pre-seasons.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him because there's other events ongoing as well. There's obviously the dinner, the golf day and stuff. So I'd imagine ex-players will be popping up at these events.
I think the golf day's been done, hasn't it? Looks like a good day.
Is that done? That, yeah. Oh, the cricket game was today, I believe.
That was today as well. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. It's all sports I have no interest in, Dave.
Yeah.
I can't. No, just give it. Football's too much a lot of the time. Not now though. I'm genuinely really excited. Absolutely buzzing. Yeah. Really exciting. Right, before we get on with the second half of the show and cover everything that's gone on this week, I hope it's all on the wheel. It's going to be really embarrassing if there's like some big bit of news that I've not put on the wheel. Chris Eaton has compiled a little compilation. We're still trying to work out what to rebrand it as. So it was originally the County Non-League Goal of the Week. Then it was the County Goal of the Week for about a week. But we probably will go back to goals when the season starts. But considering what yesterday was, I think this little compilation that Chris Eaton has put together exclusively for
not
us.
The hour-and-a-half video, is it?
No, it's just 4 minutes 35, but it still gives me a chance to go and get a drink. Oh, makes a big difference. I think if I'd said, I'll have that hour-long video, I think he would have happily gone, right, and there you go.
Yeah, he would have.
But then again, if we play that on here, he doesn't get the views for it. But we will put a link in the episode description to Chris Eaton's fantastic video, which I've not watched yet. That's I'm going to the shop after this, getting some Modelo's. I'm going to settle in and edit this, and then I'm going to watch that. That's my plan. And try and win a third Champions League with Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, you fucking nerd. Right, let's have a look. Still not won a Premier League title yet, by the way.
Should win the Champions League then.
Well, no, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Inside this ground as County push forward again. This time the threat snuffed out by Chorley, who break now with Newby. He's shot from distance. What a save! Ben Hinchliffe diving to his right-hand side to palm away. A 20-yard drive from Newby. Taking the short route towards the opposition penalty area this time, but they've made a bit of a hash of it. And no handball given as Morgan Smith is allowed to run through here, and he can square it. This could be a goal for Telford, you know. Oh, what a block by Ben Hinchliffe! A match-winning save from the County keeper. But on the edge of the box is Young to shoot. Blocked again, this time by Minihan. Comes out to Summerfield. Tipped onto the post by the brilliant Hinchliffe. And it stays 1-0 to County. Keep McQueen with the corner kick. Oh, they've picked out a man on the edge of the box. Nobody marked him, and what a save from Ben Hinchliffe. Well, it's the signal for their big summer signing to come on, Billy Bingham. He's come on to replace Jordan Higgs in midfield. As a shot from distance from Kizzy, that was dipping nastily. Palmer with the clearance, only as far as Summerfield, who's inside the box. Picked his angle, and what a save from Hinchliffe to tip that over the bar. Finding the man on loan from St Mirren. Saying Francis Angle is onside. There are two inside the 6-yard box. Chimanga's one of them. What a save from Hinchliffe. How did he keep that out? King, this is a great position for Chesterfield. King inside the penalty area. It's King. Oh, what a save from Ben Hinchliffe. Diving low to his left-hand side. A wonder save. Paul Mullin spinning towards the back post. He's the target this time. Punched away by Hinchliffe. Not convincingly. The overhead kick and a save from Ben Hinchliffe. Wonderful tip over. Pinnock now to take this free kick. Left-footed in-swinger towards Hilton. The header. Oh, what a save from Ben Hinchliffe. County fans want to hear the final whistle. It's whipped in at pace. The header. What a save from Ben Hinchliffe. He tips it over the bar. What a way to mark his 306th appearance.
Watson's corner. What a save from Hinchliffe. And that's there. Still chance. And wide in the corner. That is an unbelievable shot there from the Stockport number 1.
Looking for Aqua. Comes all the way through to Newby. Aqua's there. Oh, what a save from Ben Hinchliffe. It's a wonder save to keep out Emil Aqua. 18 to play. 0-0 at Valley Parade in front of almost 20,000 here on a Friday night between Christmas and New Year. Swelled by 2,500 from County. Here's Andy Cook going through. What a save, Ben Hinchliffe. Oh, fabulous goalkeeping. Oh, and County's back line's all over the place here. Southam Hales has played everybody on side. And it's the overhead kick, and it's a good save from Ben Hinchliffe. It goes left for the cross from Benning. And it's County struggling to clear the lines, and it was going for a corner, and Southam Hales has kept it in play. You might wish it had gone for a corner, because here's a chance. What a save from Hinchliffe. Point blank save from County's number 1. A second successive corner. Wing again. Again, he takes the goalkeeper out of it, and Hinchliffe makes a terrific save. So the signs were there, and here's Middleton. He's got the better of Hills, and he's crossed it towards the far post. But he couldn't quite bundle that in. Ben Hinchliffe, very brave, diving down to smother that one.
What a save that is by Ben Hinchliffe. He's got two hands to it. It looks for all the world like a third goal for Doncaster, but it is unreal by Ben Hinchliffe.
That was 10 years worth of top Ben Hinchliffe saves, courtesy of Chris Eaton there. We'll, of course, put a link in the episode description to the full video. Well worth a watch. I'm so excited to watch it. Oh, my God.
I watched it on Friday. With Modelo's, funnily enough.
Oh, God, probably why we get on so well. Really interesting in that video. That's probably the starkest sort of example of just how far we've come in the last 10 years. As you see the grounds that he's playing in on that video.
Yeah.
And then it culminates getting towards like St Andrews and stuff. Really cool. Really cool. Oh, it's a good video. Probably, in fact, I might publish that video during the week as well, actually, and see what people are picking out as the best. What are you picking out as the best from those? Obviously not including the ones you didn't see when you were having a wee.
From those,
I can't look past Carlisle myself.
Yeah, Wembley. I think that's probably his best save. Full stop for us. Never mind what the occasion was and the score at the time and all that. That was with David Seaman against Sheffield United-esque.
It really was, wasn't it? Yeah. There's something very special about that type of save. I'm all for it. Yeah, Dave Schofield agrees. Wembley. Yeah, I think that's a unanimous answer. Right, I think it's time, mate, for us to spin the wheel of news and see what's coming up. We've got 8 entries on there, so let's see what's next up. Oh, it's a big one. It's the transfer window. We've got a month left, Dave. So, with that in mind, what are the areas that you feel need particular attention? I'm not talking, getting another striker in to cover for Sidibe being injured.
Yeah.
For 10 weeks.
At least it means we keep him, I suppose.
Well, that's the thing. Sure, not just beyond August either, because if we get to January and he's come back, got fit, and he's showing the same form he did last season, probably better because he'll probably get to play more than 60 minutes a week. Yeah. So we'll get that as well. If January comes around, and I say if his agent's pushing for a move, when his agent's pushing for a move, then it'll be easier for us to say, well, if you just stick around till the end of the season, help us get promoted, you'll have a better choice of clubs. More clubs will have money to spend in the summer compared to January. So we that could well be a blessing in disguise in respect of keeping him for the full season, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think before yesterday, I think I would have said defence. I would have liked another centre back as cover. I don't think we need one now.
I think we've got Dakers Cogley for the right.
Yeah, we ended the game with 4 left backs on the pitch also. So that was fun.
Owen
I think
Moxon ended the game at right centre back again as well.
He did. Another clean sheet for the lad. I do think we need a proper shithouse of a midfielder. That's I think what we're missing.
I felt that's what we've been missing for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Starcevic's left, I don't think we've ever replaced that kind of player. Although I think Nord and Bate, this system might actually complement them both playing together. Whereas, last season under the previous system, it wasn't so much. It was one or the other, wasn't it?
I pointed out before about us having the inverted wing backs, which I'm not particularly a fan of. Well, certainly not in this system anyway. But I noticed it was the same with Norwood and Bate. Bate as a left footer was on the right hand side, and Norwood as a right footer was on the left, which is so. It seemed like there were a lot of players in that side yesterday that were on the opposite side to what their foot would suggest.
Yeah,
which feeds into this new way of playing.
And Aidan says, and thanks for Lily's shirt yesterday, by the way, Aidan. It's very kind. He said Camps can do that role, surely. Yeah, I suppose he could. I suppose the big bummer about it is he's always injured, isn't he? So unable to rely on him that much.
Yeah. That's a bit of an issue, isn't it? I think he's one of the players I'd be hoping to sort of move on.
Yeah,
I think.
I do think
he's not been involved during pre-season either, has he?
I don't think we're going to see many incomings before we see an outgoing or two.
No, absolutely. On the outgoings, then, I still think. I think Mingy, the writing's on the wall there, and has been since January, really, when we had no interest in him coming back here, and he basically had to sort his own loan out to Forest Green, according to Robbie Savage. So it's him, Hoskinen,
who's due to be playing in a behind closed doors friendly. He's been telling people on Tuesday.
Yes, yeah. You would still. I can't work out which way that's going to go because the word from Pinatar seemed to be that we're coming to some sort of arrangement, a settlement and what have you. But because you couldn't blame him for wanting a fresh start somewhere else. It must have been a horrible year for him. Not just footballing wise, but everything that comes with that, the mental side of it, the fact he's moved to a foreign country where he's never lived before and all that. It must have just been absolutely grim for him. And the fact that, based on what Sam Burns said to us at the end of last season, through little fault of his own, if any.
Yeah. Nulty does strike me as the kind of bloke who would love to give him a chance.
I suppose we have to be careful with it though, because there could possibly be grounds for legal action, and so if we're attempting to force him out and pay him off, then it does kind of open. If what Sam Burns speculated was the case actually is the case, then it definitely opens up the potential for a bit of a comeback. That's why
money off loads of people is to pay Hoskinen off.
That's it.
Give him £7.92 back. I do mind about it now. Give him a chance.
Yeah. What about right wing back then? Let's just say in an ideal world, we're not going to persevere with inverted wing backs. I want a right wing back who's going to get up. A Macaulay Southern-Hales, but available, is what I'm going to be looking for. See, Teo Wadoon, I think I'm fine with him doing that on the left. As much as he looks all at sea defensively a lot of the time, is that counterbalanced by what he offers going forward? I suppose only time will tell, like seeing how we get on. But I think Josh Dakers Cogley, for me, he came in January was a big signing. That was, this is the missing piece of the jigsaw. To the point now where I think he's become more of a rotation player. He probably will fill in at right wing back, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him more as a right centre back in a 3.
I think he'll play right wing back, and I think that Gordon is going to be the centre, because he said in his interview around the Gordon signing that all of his goal involvement is from right centre back. That's his best position, and you think because of the relationship they've already got, and justifiably so based on yesterday, he's probably one of the first names on his team sheet. Yeah,
he offers. I've not seen someone in that specific position offer that much since Akil Wright, probably. Jay Mingy actually showed flashes of being able to do that from right centre back, but when you can't keep fit, it doesn't really mean anything, does it? So yeah, he's got that spot nailed down. In terms of Dacres Cogley playing at right wing back, well, he's got a 4-game ban to serve first. This is the point where we should be taking the Carabao Cup seriously anyway, but there's even more reason to now, because if we get through to the second round, then his ban will be served in the second round. So I think he'll be available for the Wigan. Yeah, I think it's a Wigan game. That way he'll be available for.
Yeah. Good point. Which, by the way, if he'd have done that next week, he would have got a yellow card for, based on the new law changes. Look, you can't go back, can you? Because at that time, that was what it was. But
nobody knew until yesterday that he was out for 4 games.
No, until Sam tweeted about it.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. What is next on the wheel? Let's see. Question for you, Dave. A question that I'm going to press on you. The Carabao Cup being the curtain raiser to the season is absolutely fantastic, and is probably the best thing that the EFL have done in a very, very long time. And I would even extend it. I'd go the full Scottish way, where you play like three or four cup games before the season's even started.
I like it. I don't like that it's on a Saturday afternoon though. I just can't get behind a League Cup game. One of the magic parts.
Yeah, that is going to be weird. Yeah,
the second half, the floodlights come on.
Yeah,
and the place comes alive. But look, no one wants to lose the first opening game of the season, whatever the competition is. So from that point, like you just said a minute ago, we'll respect it more. Jim McNulty certainly won't want to lose his first competitive game as a manager. You don't want to get off to a losing start. So by that point, I really like it. I want to get to the second round just so we can have a Tuesday night one.
Yeah. It's because in the I think it's the Scottish League Cup. I think they have groups. I think they have group stages.
Yeah, they do.
Early in the someone's a Football Manager player. But I think that's a lot better than pre-season, because teams can still do what they're doing, because so many more teams are playing behind closed doors in pre-season now that it doesn't really make a difference. So because the way teams treat the early rounds of the Carabao Cups, they treat it like a pre-season friendly. They're trying new things out. They're giving game time to fringe players and everything. So it makes sense. Just get the first 2 rounds out of the way early. Because you're gonna have Premier League clubs coming into the second round.
Yeah, the non-European ones.
Yeah, but other than that, that's annoying me. Talking of Premier League teams in Europe, seeing adverts for football matches taking place in America, and it'll be the Premier League Summer Series, and then it's like Bournemouth against Brighton. Yeah. I don't want to watch that when it's on in England. Why would I want to watch it in America? Imagine being a tourist over there.
No.
And going to that. Oh no, awful, absolutely awful.
There was the curtain raiser of the Carabao Cup took place yesterday.
It
Rochdale
did.
And Tranmere went to penalties, and after 5 penalties each, the final score on penalties was 2-1.
Yeah,
Rochdale.
I have not seen a scoreline from 5 per team penalty shootout since like Championship Manager 2002, where every shootout had finished like 1-0 or 2-1.
What was ours against Leicester?
I think it was 9-8, I think. Something,
No.
yeah.
No, we only
Oh,
scored
no, it
one.
wasn't, was it? No, it didn't even get past the 5, did it?
No.
No, I think
We
it
only scored
was...
one. Could have been
I think it was
2-1.
3-1. Yeah, it was 3-1.
3-1, yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to see us in a shootout ever again. Anything else on the early Carabao Cup?
No, just inject it. Let's get to Edgley Park next Saturday.
Yeah. You are right, though. It is going to be weird with it being a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that is going to be a shame. Yeah, it will. I mean, early round Carabao Cup games tend to just feel like a pre-season friendly anyway. I mean, you could argue that some of our home games have felt like a pre-season friendly atmosphere-wise, if you were controversial.
And ironically, the pre-season friendly yesterday felt like a league game.
Yeah. Mad, innit? The world's all topsy-turvy. Bring back Dave Challoner, I say. Right, let's spin again. The big news of the week, and probably the most surprising news of the week from my point of view, the new contract for Ethan Pye.
Yeah.
Did not see that. I was getting more and more annoyed by the day that clearly there's a very in-demand asset that we have, and there's a possibility we could start the season. This is why I'd do away with the transfer window. The window should be closing like today. No, it should have closed Friday night, the 31st. That should have been the window closing, and then, right, you're done. That's you until January now. Really don't like that we still have a lot of stuff to be getting on with, transfer window-wise. But the very thought of us starting the season with him at centre-back, but then probably not start in September with him. And then if we did get through September with him, then we won't be starting February with him. Because we're gonna have to cash in. So for that, it's such a load off the mind, that is.
It was a really good sign. However, I'm going to have to pull Ian Dowden up here, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Ian, that it's you that said it. There's many people who have said this, not just about Ethan Pye, about Ben being head of goalkeeping, about various other bits and bobs. Best signing of the summer. It has to be reserved for new signings. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. And again, this isn't an Ian Dowden attack. We had a lovely chat yesterday. It's just you that's just said it this time, Ian. And it's just a go at the collective. It's not the signing of the summer. It has to be a new signing, that, for me.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, that the best signing of the summer is that £7.92 that's just made its way into the coffers. Because that was not budgeted for last season. That's bonus money.
Well, no, it's really
Go on, County.
The most surprising news for this week for me was the signing of Luca Ashby-Hammond. I didn't expect that. It seemed to be the best kept secret that we've ever had of a seemingly number 2 goalkeeper.
Yeah, and then obviously Plymouth fans tried to pop up and point out that he was just pointed out the occasions where he cost them points and didn't point out the occasions where he was actually their best player and saved them. On it's very much one side or the other. Can we dispense with this trend of people saying he knows the club?
Yeah, absolutely. Dispensed already.
Yeah, he was here for a year on loan, and the only people still here are Kenny Boxhall, Steve Bellis, and Ben Hinchcliffe, just about. Yeah. So I think we can ditch that. One game for us previously.
Yeah. Needham Market, was it?
Needham Market, it was, yeah. Needham Market of the weird camera angle that I noticed last week, and then went and immediately watched the highlights. I was 10 minutes late for work last week because I was watching the highlights of us playing Needham Market several years ago. Yeah, it seems a solid sign. Possibly one of the trickiest positions to recruit in. A backup goalkeeper, would you not say?
Yeah, I think especially when you consider the number one that we think is the number one Watmuff is a young lad. Obviously, does he have pressure on him more than a normal goalkeeper? To start with, yeah, just because it's a new league for him. and everything like that. He's going to be going away, as you kindly reminded me yesterday. He's going to be going off on international duty. So whoever the number 2 is, will be playing probably some league games, as well as in the Virtue. So yeah, I've only seen the negative things. I mean, if I was to describe, if somebody said to me, if a Burton fan said to me, "What's Corey Dye like?" It'd be 2 words. None of them being good. So you do focus on the negatives, don't you? But we'll see. Hopefully, he does great for us when he plays.
Would you not do, if a Burton fan asked me about Corey Dye, I'd do the whole, the confidence sandwich method, where you say 2 bad things and 1 good thing.
Or the shit sandwich.
So yeah, so I'd be like, well, he likes to parry it into the danger zone, and also he's a confidence player, but he does have a shiny Charizard. So depends what your priorities are as a football club, really. It depends what you're looking for. Right, what is next on the wheel? We've just done it. Luca Ashby Hammond. Covered that. Done. Didn't really need to be a thing on its own, really, on the wheel, did it? Yes, here we go. This is an interesting one. More Popside woes. The brand new... So, I'll just outline the thought process over the last year or so. So, a year ago, it was safe standing is coming in.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Yellow Block, one of the most vociferous and loyal sections of the ground, asked if safe standing could be considered there. We're told no, essentially. No, it's not something we're looking at. Lo and behold, this summer, safe standing comes in Yellow Block. Oh, all the people in the back few rows who get told off for standing up during games can now legally stand up during games.
Yeah.
But they can't now because those are now restricted view seats and are subject to a 25% discount on the season tickets. Mad. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? People laugh at the whole. Oh, Popside have got a stick up their ass about. Oh, they think a lot of themselves, don't they? No, because there's been this constant pattern of behaviour, and I don't think it is deliberate. I know conspiracy theorists will suggest that, it's deliberate, this. It's deliberate.
Yeah.
This is because we stand up. No, let's not be silly. But that does raise the possibility that it's incompetence. Which is even more.
They must have known what it was going to look like. They must have had the dimensions. It's absolutely ridiculous that. Did they get the option to move also? I don't know, because I know Will's one of the people, isn't he?
Yes, I would imagine so. And to be fair to the club, inviting them down to have a look at... But let's be honest, when the club have invited them down to look at the seats... Because for those who aren't aware, a new gantry is being put in. Long overdue. So putting a new gantry in, and that's causing some issues with the view from the pop side, which... in certain seats is an issue anyway because you've got pillars in the way.
Yeah.
So the last thing you need is something else in your way. So the club a couple of weeks ago invited people who have season tickets in that block to come and have a look at their convenience, come and stand in their seat and sit. Someone at the club must have stood in one of those seats and seen that it is a restricted view.
It was probably the same guy replying to my emails. He's probably said, I'm not going to speak about this.
So it's a restricted view, but we'll let them check for themselves in case they've got different eyes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It is a shame. And then when it comes to cup games, the pop side is always the one being closed first.
Yeah.
I do get. And I've always loved it when I sit in the pop side. I go in the yellow block. I love it in the yellow block. I really do. And if it wasn't. If the views weren't restricted in large portions of that stand, I think that's where I'd be permanently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a week before the season starts essentially, and just being told, "Oh, your seat's a restricted view seat." It's like, well, it wasn't when I picked it.
Yeah,
it's a bit annoying.
So you can stand up here, but I'd advise you sit down so you can see.
Yeah, this is what you wanted all along. You wanted us sitting down, and I mean, if we were one of those clubs that has like terrible owners, so if this was like Spencer Fern and Ryan McKnight days, and this debate had been had, like telling people in the pop side to sit down during games, and then this happened, then straight away I'd be like, yep, this is a concerted effort. But it's not. It's just the little dose of incompetence that we're used to. All for it. All for it. We need to keep that going. But yeah, I can see why people are a bit miffed with that. There's certainly Holly Rick with I'd imagine just sit down, but they say standing bar will be in your view anyway. Yeah. It's coupled with that. I mean, that coupled with the lack of hot water, like toilet facilities that aren't working. Speaking of toilet facilities not working, a announcement went out over the PA from Ken yesterday about supporters. The stand was referred to by the compass direction. It was like the west stand. Don't know, mate. Don't know. Use the name. I've got the feeling that I've read somewhere before that it's in the safety thing that you have to use the actual.
It's not very safe if no one else knows what the stand you're talking
No,
about.
that's it. Turning around. Are we the west? I don't know. There's a player in the west stand. Please evacuate. Is that us? I don't have a clue. What happens?
He didn't. This wasn't an announcement, but yesterday I've taken the kids to the toilet because I was on a trial run yesterday. I've taken Lily and Oscar together. Now that they're both, well, Oscar's a bit older, can they behave? Because they both got season tickets. Can they both go at the same time? So yes, the answer is yes, they could. However, when walking past the lady toilets on the way back up, there was 2 or 3 women moaning that it stinks of cigarette smoke in the toilets in the ladies. You can go to the courtyard at half time. You can go and have a cigarette outside. So don't be dicks.
Well, I went to counter that. I went in my smoking room and it stunk of piss. So who's wrong here, Dave? Who's
the
wrong
ladies?
Here? No. Yeah. Would you not? No, don't go in a women's toilet, Dave. If you think men's toilets are disgusting, get yourself in the women's, pal. Genuinely, some of the like running like bars and stuff like that. Some of the worst toilets I've ever seen have been women's toilets.
I'm glad you qualified why you'd been in them. I was wondering.
Yeah. Oh no, this was years later. This is for my book. My tour of all the women's toilets in Stockport and the greater Stockport area. We have 3 items left on the thing. Oh no, we have 2 because we've done one of them. One of them was the new shirts, but we've done that. So 2, and you best hope one of them is what we prepared for. Oh, that means that's lined up really well. So so
nice.
A club of some of the worst kept secrets of all time added another to the list last week with the signing.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Ben Osborne. Did not see that coming at all.
Oh,
Oh god, I love the fact that there was just no big preamble with it. Just get on with it. Not a player I would have looked at us keeping at the end of last season. Not because I wasn't impressed with his performances. I think he was always a solid 7 out of 10 at the very least.
Yeah.
But I just feel we should be looking for a different profile at wing back. And I think in midfield, he's he's very close to what Norwood and Bate can offer us. I don't think he offers us much different that they don't. And then added to that, what his reported wage was at Derby, you'd think, well, it's not going to happen then. And then there was the point, it seemed like Mansfield was a reasonable shout. And that's when you think, well, they're not going to be paying him 20 grand a week or anything approaching that. So that's when you start thinking, oh, maybe we are still in contention then. So with that in mind, if it's a reasonable wage, and it seems like a no-brainer of a signing, doesn't it? Again, he knows the club, Dave.
Yeah, I really like it as a signing. We've signed loads of youngsters this season with not much experience in this level, which I'm absolutely all for. But it's important that we have those experienced heads in and around the training ground, in the changing rooms, and then out on the pitch. I think it can only help us. We're a better squad with Ben Osborne's ability experience and know-how than without him in there. I would say so. Yeah, would I have chosen to keep him? Don't know, but I'm glad that we've got him and a 1 year deal, which I think is more.
1 year deal was a very nice surprise, actually.
I think that's more his decision than our offer. I think it might have been you who told me. He was only going to oversign 1 year with anybody, and he wants to operate like that now, which is fine. I think that's a good deal all around for someone like that.
Yeah, I really want him to be put in charge of the music. I know it's a trivial thing, but that's one of my footballing fascinations. I think these footballers who aren't like these footballers who are into like indie music and like left wing politics and like craft beer and stuff like that. And Ben Osborne just ticks all those boxes. I'm like, yes, I like you. You like the White Stripes, Ben.
I love his interviews. He's just straight to the point, isn't he? He almost does interviews like he's talking to his mate down at the pub. Yeah, I just really like that about him.
I think it's very rare that players come across and you think, oh, I'd love to be his mate. There's not been many, even like doing podcasts with him and stuff like that. There's only been like the odd player where I've been like, oh, I'd love. Danny Lloyd was the first one. Danny Lloyd was the first one I met where I was like, I would love to be your mate. I'd love to just go to the pub, buy your pints, and just stare at you. And just we'll go and get a kebab after, and maybe we'll have to share a bed in a hotel room if there's been a mistake in the booking, and that'll be fine because we're mates, and that was all right. So I feel very. I'd blacked out then. Really, I have no idea what I just said. Then I just went into some reverie and totally blacked out, and oh my god, I've outed myself.
Actually, you addressed him wrong. He's not Danny Lloyd. He's Stockport captain, Danny Lloyd. No,
is he Stockport captain now?
With Sam Minihan as his understudy. Nice.
Oh God, what a duo! Oh, God. We might have to go and watch a Southport game. You know.
No, I can't buy into that. Sorry.
No, not going to wear a county shirt. No, wear a county shirt and stand behind the dugouts.
Listen, you know the people who do that. You know the people who do that. They go there, they wear the county stuff.
Yeah, I've written on my form.
Absolutely not. And certainly don't go to playoff games against a team that we had a rivalry with that season, wearing county stuff, cheering for the other team because the other team had a player who turned out to be a county hero in it, Glenn Taylor. Grow up. Anyway,
get in.
It's
not quite up there with your impassioned rant for people to buy tickets for Ben Hinchliffe's testimonial.
Yeah, but that one was planned. This one I just did. That was 7 years of pissed offness. Just
I do that all the time. Things just come out, and I'll get. Sometimes people will pop up in the group chats later and go, "Oh, I like that thing you said about X, Y, and Z." I'm like, don't remember saying that.
Yeah.
Don't remember saying that. It's a good job I'm not like secretly a racist, because it would come out. It'd come out in one of those episodes where I don't know what I'm saying. Right, we don't need to spin the wheel anymore because the final entry on the wheel is entitled "Quiz All Over My Face." Tentative feature name.
Yeah, I like that. Quiz over my face. Yeah, I like it. You're not going to get a better name than that. So, I bought a program yesterday. And I know I said I'm not spending money at county anymore, but I bought one, but it was outside the ground, so I didn't spend any money inside the ground. Anyway, it's got his county career all over the program, so I came up with
his county career that started with him playing a game for us in 2008, which was a shock. The county have sat on that. They have sat on that. And they'd be like, does Ben Walker know this? Does Chris Eaton know this?
No, they didn't have a clue, and it's come out. But they found out by accident, and that's what's happened there. Because
they found out for their retrospective about Chris Smalley.
Yeah,
and they discovered it then.
Sue Corden will have taken that picture. 2008. She was the photographer, wasn't she? She used to always go into the training ground and take pictures of games. So I think that picture has been happened upon, and they've thought, and also, it's the last page of the program. So it's
we've got a page to fill. Should we put that SK3 TV advert in? Yeah, no, actually, I've got an idea.
Yeah, no, actually, it's the second last page next to an advert of the evening with Steve Bruce. Brilliant.
Oh, he's fucking head.
Yeah. Anyway, I came up with 4 quiz questions based on the information that is in that book program. Question 1, Nick. In his county career, which team did Ben concede the most goals against? And for a bonus point, how many goals did he concede against this particular team? So first of all, who did he concede the most goals against? Which team over his 10 years?
Oh, right. Mansfield popped into my head at first, but then I immediately threw them out. Now, I remember us getting battered at home by Fylde under Jim Gannon. Was it either 4-0 or 4-1? But Ben Hinchliffe may not have signed. That might have been prior to him signing. No, it wouldn't have been.
This is a cumulative total, not just in one game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm trying to think of like where he's conceded quite a lot in one game and then trying to add it to other games against that team. So Fylde are immediately in my head.
Yeah, so Mansfield was a good shout with 9 goals. Fylde only 7, but the team you're going to kick yourself was Brackley.
Of course it was Brackley. Of course it was. We played him 14 times a season.
Who we conceded 16 goals against in 10 games against Brackley.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We could have had 2 goalkeepers and we still conceded that many because it was just Brackley.
Yeah.
How did I not get that?
Next question. Now, this is on competitive games only. In all competitions, what was Ben's overall goal difference? And I'm going to give you 15 either side here. That's
good of you. His overall goal difference in 10. Right, so we will have been. So by overall goal difference, do you mean how many we scored while he was on? So the goal difference of the games he played in?
In the games that he's played in, yeah. Is it plus or minus first of all? It's obviously plus. What's the plus number? Plus.
Right. 195.
It's actually 293.
Oh, I knew it should have gone higher.
Scored 734. Conceded 431.
God, that's cracking.
But that's unbelievable, isn't it? 293 goal difference. Which team?
I think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get Ben Walker to give us an update on the club cumulative goal difference because it went back to positive last season, but I don't know where it slipped to now.
Yeah, Bolton's probably made that go down. Anyway, enough about Bolton. Which team did Ben play against more than any other team? Who did he play the most games against? Pardon?
It's not Brackley again, is it?
No, I couldn't have the same answer twice. To bear in mind, we played Brackley 10 times, as we just alluded to there.
I think I have it.
Go.
I think it's Barrow.
It is not Barrow.
Oh, because we played them we had them in cups and cup replays and stuff. So
he only played Barrow 5 times.
Because we played him in National League North, and then we played him again in League 2. So okay.
Must have been during one of the experiments of him not playing.
Probably was actually, yeah. They went well. Oh, Barrow. Who else is there? Give me a clue. What does it begin? No, don't tell me what it begins with. Give me another clue.
I think it's really when you just need to think long and hard. Not even long. You're on the right track with Barrow. I'll say that.
Harrogate.
No.
Oh, I was convinced.
How many times did he play? He played 7 against Harrogate, so you're going in the right direction.
Because Harrogate, we played them in 3 leagues, because we played them in the National League as well under him, didn't we? So,
who else have we played in 3 leagues?
Wrexham.
No, it's not. Wrexham.
No, it's not. No,
maybe we didn't play them in 3 leagues. Wrexham, we played 8 times, so you are going in the right direction.
Oh, it's going the right way, isn't it? Can't be No, it's not Mansfield.
No, it's not Mansfield.
Salford.
Ollie Wrigley got it. Salford.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I saw the Orient shout come up. I was like, no chance. Excellent work from Ollie Wrigley. That, yeah.
Because we played him in the Virtue Trophy and obviously in the playoffs, which I think's. People say the Virtue is useless. Well, it gave us an answer to that question, didn't it?
And then several times in the National League North, as well as in the Cup as well. Yeah. While we were in National League North.
Exactly.
Yeah. Superb. That's great.
And then the final question: which team Did Stockport County score the most goals against while Ben was playing? It's not Brackley and it's not Salford.
Yeah. I'll get them two out of the way.
And it's not 293.
Is it someone I've said before?
I don't believe it is, no.
It's not Harrogate then.
No. Let's say against Harrogate we scored 16 goals.
Oh, okay. We've not done that again. Oh, there's got to be teams where, right? I'll be honest. I've just seen Ian Dowden's suggestion, and I think that's it. I think
Also
it's Sutton.
16 goals against Sutton. So nope.
So
The winning
someone we scored
answer,
more
by the way,
against.
is 24 goals that we scored against this particular team.
Have we played them in the Football League?
No.
FC United.
No. FC United we scored 17 against. So again, we're going in the right direction.
We've put a few past Chester.
We have put a few past Chester. 7. We put 7 past.
not a few in comparison then. That's genuinely really hard. Ollie Wrigley has suggested Altrincham.
He's got a programme, hasn't he?
He's got a program, hasn't he? Yeah.
Altrincham. 20. The clue would have been National League North Boxing Day. That would have been the clue because we seem to play.
Right, yeah, I'd have got it from that, but yeah. Otherwise, it would have taken me a long time to get to Altrincham.
Yeah.
Not as long as it'd take me getting the 11 from my house there, because that's a bloody long bus ride, Dave. It stops in Withenshaw Hospital. It does about 8 laps of Withenshaw Hospital, picking people up from every single bus, picking ill people up from every single bus stop.
I've just remembered there was another question that I didn't make in my notes, so there's actually a bonus question here that I sent to one of my mates this morning. So let's take away any 1, 2, or 3 appearances against certain clubs. Who did he have his highest clean sheet percentage against? The answer has been murmured during these other answers.
Highest clean sheet percentage against... It's not Barrow again, is it?
No.
In fact, no, because we always conceded against them. I've had to put this into full screen as well, so I can't see the comments.
Okay.
Well, we'll rule Mansfield out.
Absolutely. It doesn't have a clean sheet percentage. I worked this out myself.
I'll go geographical then. If we're in that area, so Mansfield ruled out. Chesterfield.
No, get out of that area.
Yeah.
Get far away from that area.
Right. So, give me a geographical clue. North or south?
South.
Oh, good lord.
The answer has been you've answered another question with this team.
Yes, but I've said every team that exists. FC United?
FC United, no. He only kept 1 clean sheet against FC United whilst conceding 10 goals in the 8 games we played against him.
Wasn't he in goal where we lost to 9 men as well?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, that was upsetting. I need a further clue, I think.
Joel Cotterill.
Sutton again.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
62.5% clean sheet rate. In 8 games, he kept 5 clean sheets, conceding only 4.
Oh, banging! That was great. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
We'll be ending every week with a. So from next week, I'm just trying to work out a format. But from next week, myself and Dave will be quizzing each other. We'll be quizzing all over each other's faces and pits every single week. And keeping score, and then the winner will get a prize at the end of the season. Now, I'm thinking, Dave, we go for a mastermind format, and we each pick a specialist subject every week, and have to compile 5 questions for each other.
I like it.
I think that's good. So
with a cumulative total of correct answers, winner at the end of the season has the most points.
Yeah, or just whoever wins each week.
Gets 1 point.
We can call it winner plays on, and the winner gets to choose a clip to play the show out with.
Ah.
Right, Chris Eaton, get your WhatsApps warmed up, mate. We're gonna have some work for you. No, I can get some of them myself. It's fine. I'm more than capable, probably. Yes, so that will be starting from next week. So, Dave, I will be wanting you to pick a specialist subject. Should we stick to county stuff,
I
or
was just thinking the same thing. I think we'll start with county stuff.
we'll start
As
with
the season
county, and then
goes on,
maybe around Christmas we'll open it up into
we'll have random weeks.
Yeah, we could open it up to general football, and then we can go into pop culture and stuff. Yeah, but we'll do that every week. So yeah, you get thinking, mate, and then message me during the week with your specialist subject for next Sunday.
And we'll be announcing the specialist subjects in the build up to a show where you can send questions in that you think might be good under that specialist subject.
Yeah, but
you
don't
must
send
them
the
to
answers in
to the person who's not being asked.
Yeah, send me questions for Dave with the answers because I won't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. Right, I'm gonna start with specialist subjects. I think I'd do well at. I think round October is when it'll come to like Stockport County squad numbers of like 2012 to 2000. That period in the National League where we got relegated, and it just got silly.
Yeah.
Like just players turning up getting like 37 just for the day. Stuff. Yeah, horrible. Excellent. Right. Is there anything else we've not done that you would like us to do, Dave?
Only a small thing. I've noticed that the ball boys or ball girls have got a new jumper. Did you see them yesterday? They're called the Ball Squad. The
Ball Squad?
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but I won't. That's what I call my folder with all my Tinder matches in. Hey-o! That sounds like I was matching with men.
You said it.
Modern world, mate. Modern world, progressive. You can do what you want. Right, thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in live. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in, listening on the podcast, or even watching it back later while you're going about your business. It's much appreciated. We'll be back next Sunday from 8 p.m. with myself, with Dave. You'll be here, won't you?
I will. Won't be here for a week after, but I'll be here then.
Excellent. I'll put your holiday request through, and we'll sort that out. Should be fine, mate. We've got cover. It's all right. Not like my work apparently for the week. I want to go and see Pulp, bastards. We will be back next Sunday from 8, talking all things to do with what will hopefully represent our safe passage through to the second round of the Carabao Cup. Not only that, but if we've got through, well, that's what happens with the draw now that the games are on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Because the draw used to... Are the games across Saturday and Sunday? Or are they all Saturday? Is it an FA Cup thing of half on Saturday, half on Sunday?
It's Saturday and one game on Sunday. Mansfield versus Sheffield United, 4 o'clock on Sunday. They saved the best till last.
Super Sunday! God almighty. Oh, that's rancid. Football's back, baby. I'm so excited. The thing is, I'm going to watch that. I know I'm going to watch that.
Won't we?
Yeah. Oh,
you've got Plymouth v Exeter on Monday night. So we've got
that's a big one.
Over Plymouth next week.
Oh, it's like the Old Firm for people who like cider and pasties. It's like the Old Firm for me. Brilliant. Sorted. I'll be watching that as well. 3 bloody days of football. It's like when they have them days, you'll see all these like sports Twitter accounts that have got the blue tick and just want to go viral. They'll post like, "Oh, what a day for sport it is today," and then it'll be like, "Oh, 8:30 a.m. F1, 9:30 cricket, 10:15 tennis from Roland Garros," and then it'll be like 8 matches in the afternoon, but like 3 of them are Scottish, so they don't count. And then one of them's like some shite Spanish game. There's 3 games on Friday, Dave. We are in for a weekend of Coca-Cola Cup action. I'm so excited.
Get in.
Until we go a goal down 5 minutes in, and we're just deciding that everyone's shit, and someone says, "Bring Adai back."
And then we'll also go and sit down, not to be seen again.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. New dugouts, hopefully, to look forward to. They've not been done yet.
No, they haven't.
No, turned up really excited yesterday, thinking, "Oh, I'll get to see the new dugouts," and no. I'd imagine they'll do them after Doncaster.
Well, they can't. It's an EFL regulation. Why we've had to change them because you'll have more people in the dugouts now. I only knew that because me and Lily and Oscar ended up going into the ground a couple of weeks ago, and the man told us exactly why. We didn't ask, but I was glad that he told me.
Let's get a move on. Very much. I've not seen much of Ollie Wrigley in the comments before, but I'm absolutely loving this. Just like a full-on diary. UEFA Super Cup on Wednesday. Just fans forum Wednesday night as well.
Yeah.
I'll be raising the Ollie Norwood question, obviously.
I can't make it, sadly. I'm working in Birmingham on Wednesday.
Well, I thought I couldn't make it because I hung my hat on getting tickets for Blossoms at Deaf Institute. 250 capacity venue, playing the first album in full. Thought, this is a bit of me, that. Hour and a half I spent Thursday morning trying to get through to the pre-sale. Nothing. And then didn't even bother for the general sale.
No point.
On Friday. So that's a shame. So if anyone wants to sell me 2 tickets for that at face value and not at £900 a go like I saw the other day, then that would be lovely. But if not, I'll be at the fans forum. Didn't have a problem getting a ticket for that. So the lesson there: get Blossoms on at the fans forum. Right, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all the people who've got involved in the comments. It's much appreciated. We will see you next week. Dave, say goodbye, mate.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.